Coastal erosion is an ever-evolving threat to coastal communities. The phenomenon can be accelerated due to climate change, but also due to the incomplete planning of coastal structures, such as cantilevers and ports. In the last 100 years, about 20% of the Mediterranean coasts and about one-third of the Greek coasts appear signs of erosion. Coastal erosion is a geological process that concerns the natural evolution of the coastal relief. It sometimes evolves very slowly, from millimeters to centimeters per year, due to waves or an abundant delta, but sometimes it evolves at a fast pace, that is, meters per year, due to extreme weather events and intense storms, or even at an episodic pace due to earthquakes and landslides. The natural processes mainly responsible for coastal erosion are waves, tides, ocean currents, storms, and sea level rise. Moreover, coastal erosion is due to man-made interventions such as urbanization, coastal constructions, sandblasting, vegetation removal, and river dams. Coastal erosion could be studied by processing, analyzing, and comparing historical images from aerial photographs and satellite images, from historical maps, from topographical maps, or from the land register. The study presented below focuses on the coastal zone of the northern part of the prefecture of Chania, from the city of Chania to the settlement of Kolimbai. According to personal testimonies of students, rapid erosion of the coasts of the region has been observed in recent years. Nikos states that a proof of the speed of the erosion is that at one point at the beach of Tavronitis, while swimming, somewhere at 3.5 to 4.5 meters deep, you can see the roof of a house. Dimitris points out that since 2017, the beaches and coasts of Kato Galata have been severely eroded. The beach closest to my house has already lost over 2/3 of it. Residents and shopkeepers are unhappy, while children now have a space less than 1 meter wide to play. The giant stones under the sand are sticking out. Even a sandy path leading to a beautiful area of rocks has disappeared. Finally, Nefeli describes that the beach where I spent all my summers is about to disappear, and similar are the comments by all the other children and adults who live in Kalamaki and who are concerned. After all, this phenomenon is also observed in other parts of Chania, such as Stalos, and in general in many beaches of Greece. Therefore, we must help. In the present work, we studied coastal erosion. We firstly collected photographs of the area we are investigating from various satellites up to 30 years ago. The first satellite we used is Sentinel-2, and specifically the Normalized Water Index NDWI and the Composite Microwave Infrared SWIR. Also, to notice change over time, we tried to compare the Sentinel-2 images above with Landsat 4 to 5 images from the 1980s and 1990s for the Normalized Water Index (NDWI). However, the different resolution of the satellites did not allow us to compare Sentinel-2 images with Landsat 4 to 5 images and detect changes for these periods. Sentinel-2 images with the appropriate color markers were used to study the increase in constructions and tourist development. Below are presented the results from the research carried out. All images are from the Sentinel-2 satellite and of different periods. The first 4 pairs of images were taken on 26th of December 2022, the newest, and 11th of January 2020, the oldest. The first pair of images is from a position east of the settlement of Agia Marina. You observe 26 meters of erosion. The second pair of images is from the center of the settlement of Agia Marina. You notice 25 meters of erosion. The third pair of images is from a location in Kalamaki of Platania settlement. You observe 27 meters of erosion. The fourth pair of images is from a position west of the Girani settlement. You notice 35 meters of erosion. The following satellite images concern the port of Kolimbari. The port in the settlement of Kolimbari has suffered serious damage in previous years due to coastal erosion. The first image depicts the port in 2019, while the second in 2022. Initially, it is evident that there are 3 new islands parallel to the shore cantilevers. Second change that exists in the image of 2022 is that the port has been artificially expanded. The last change that is observed is that the harbor has small curves around the coastline, meaning that the shape of the coastline has changed at a rapid pace. The survey showed that the new harbor works to protect Kolimbari were completed in spring 2021. Following, the research focused on the changes in residential development. The research question that we worked on was how many tourist accommodation places were built from the area of Agia Marina up to Gerani. The research was done on such a large area because the accuracy and analysis of the satellite images did not allow focusing on a smaller area. 2 conclusions emerged from the satellite images. First, the 2018 photo has a different resolution than the 2023 photo, which made it difficult for us to research. And second, there is an increase in the number of buildings that can be discerned upon careful observation. The research was done by visual counting. The result is that around 30 to 35 tourist accommodation buildings have been built, which is expected for such a touristically developed area. Coastal erosion is a phenomenon that strongly affects all coastal areas. In Crete, there is particular interest because the phenomenon of coastal erosion is directly linked to touristic development, which is a key economic activity of our country. Our study found erosion in some parts of the northern coastline of the prefecture of Chania, which ranges from 25 meters to 35 meters. The results of our research match the results of a master thesis of the Mediterranean Agricultural Institute of Chania, written and presented by Georgios Spanos in 2022. In order to study the phenomenon more deeply, we built a study model of coastal erosion. In the future, we intend to study the individual phenomena that explain coastal erosion, how these phenomena evolve, and we are going to calculate the pace at which the shape of a coast changes.